Welcome and happy Friday. This is Shauna White, a relationship coach for spiritually couples, heartfelt intimacy coach, coaching people in how to create heartfelt intimacy that flows naturally. And today, I just wanted to make an invitation. Let me ask you first, what is your vision of the biggest, most beautiful experience of love that you can create in intimate partnership? What does that look like? And if you want to share in the comments, that would be wonderful. Also, if you're watching this live, put in the comments #live. If you're watching replay, put #replay. Okay, so what is that big, beautiful vision that your heart desires? That's my first question. My second question is, what is blocking you from realizing that incredibly beautiful love experience? You can put that in the comments too if you want to, but my thought is just reflect on that for a moment. And then my next question is, what would it be like to experience support, getting the support that you need to achieve that vision of love that you have in your heart sooner? To achieve it at all and to achieve it sooner so that you can actually live and experience that instead of wish for it and have your heart broken by the ways that things fall short of that big, beautiful vision that you have in your heart. I had a big, beautiful vision of love in my heart, and I stumbled and hit my head against the wall and broke my heart over and over and over again for a good 20 years before I came to a place of finally seeing how to integrate the big, beautiful love that I knew how to experience in my spiritual quiet moments, spiritual life, spiritual practice, and also romantic love, matters of the heart that include another person, matters of the heart that include the divine, that include the universe, however, whatever word you like to use, matters of the heart that are about our relationship with our biggest self. Could also be called God. And then matters of the heart that include another person. For years, for me, never the two shall meet. I was always like, in my private time, I could connect with God, and then when I'm with somebody, I'm trying to figure out how to connect with them and trying to feel connected with myself, and somehow it all got very complicated. So this is why so then I had a beautiful realization that was very painful to arrive at. But once I finally arrived at, I understood what I needed to do inside myself to bring those two things together. And then my life became really fun and beautiful. And it was worth all the work it took to get there. And now I can feel how to hold that space of connection inside myself while I'm interacting with another person, and to actually let that interconnection in myself become the channel of inspiration for how I relate to another person. And some of the ways that we get tied up in relationship knots is that we have so many things going on because we have shoulds in our subconscious and ways that we react. So interacting with somebody becomes interacting with 2 or 3 or 5 different thoughts, beliefs, emotions that we have in our head. And that's another way that we get tied up in knots and can't integrate that spiritual piece with that romantic enjoyment. And so I found over time through the journey and the learning that I have now codified and help people with, that now I can keep my thoughts simple and connected, and I don't feel the fear or the shoulds complicating how I speak what's honest for me in that place. And so that's another element, a very important element that has taken relationship to a higher level and intimate partnership to a higher level. So as you contemplate the questions that I asked, like what is your vision of a big love? What gets in the way? And what would it be like to experience support, the support you need to actually realize that vision in your life, in your relationships? I would like to make an invitation. So I have started a Facebook group. It is called, well, I'm still playing with the name, but I'm pretty sure what it's called right now is Divine Love Relationship Advice for Creating Heartfelt Intimacy. And what I mean by heartfelt intimacy is that intimacy that's connected, you got your inner relationship with the divine and your relationship with your partner, so that your divine heart, your sacred heart, is the medium through which your relationship is created with your partner. And that's where the magic happens. That's where I have found those are the scientific mechanics of how this big, beautiful vision of love can actually happen. And I have looked on Facebook to find where are people connecting in this energy, in this atmosphere of growing in this awareness. And honestly, I don't see it anywhere. I see spiritual groups, but there's no relationship vision in those spiritual groups. It's just about whatever they want to talk about, spiritual stuff, spiritual modalities and things like that. And then I see relationship groups, and there's not much for spiritual discussion in those relationship groups. There are some religious relationship groups, that's a different thing. And there are some spiritual dating groups, that's a different thing. So I created a group, and the purpose of this group is to have a community space where we can all focus on mastering the art of heartfelt intimacy. And this applies primarily, I look at this through the lens of intimate partnership, because that's the most intense crucible for working through this and getting our working through our challenges and gaining really fast. But it also applies to other relationships, family relationships, friendships. The intensity is less, that's all. But yeah, so this Facebook group, I would love to invite you to, if you feel like you resonate with the things that I've been saying in this video, if you feel like you know that you hold the key to opening that big, beautiful vision of love, to actually making it a reality. You know that you hold the key because you know that it's how you show up that makes the difference. And yet you're finding it challenging to really clarify for yourself and how to actually get that working. How do you get the science of your own mind and your own inner connection working so that you actually can realize that big, beautiful vision of love that your heart desires in intimate partnership or in your close relationships? If you relate to that and you feel like you want to be part of that community, I would love to have you join us. I'm going to put the link to the Facebook group below, and I would love for you to join us if that's where you want to be. So that's my message today, is my invitation to you. And thank you very much for being here with me today, and I hope I see you in the group. Okay, take care.